Good morning. It's Saturday early on Saturday morning, 6th of November today. Turned mild again. We've had some frost during the week, but I've had the heating on a little bit just to break the frost. But no heating on at all today. It's quite mild. It's quite a nice morning. I'm going to have a little bit pottering on here this morning. I'm going to cut one of the last leek heads for setting. We'll turn around and have a look. These are the seedling blanch leeks, if you remember. Looking very promising. I'm well pleased with them. They'll remain in there for stock. Right, moving on. This is a JSN head. It's actually King Pods, and this is actually from the 2018 National Pot Society National Championship. This won the National Pot Society. It throws the pods every year, and it has again for next year, as you can see. So it's been throwing up since 2019. I'll just cut this off. There's still other heads there looking good as well, but this is a particularly nice head, and it is off a good leek, so I am going to set this one and keep some plants from late set. So still some nice big heads. Most of the heads that I haven't used are drying up, as you can see now, and there is live grass in there, but I'm not going to set any more. It's pointless now. But this one's going to go into a solution today, and we will use it today. We still have a few tomatoes left. I haven't watered the plants now for a long time. These were all green on the plants. I just left them hanging. They're not so big now, they're just small, but having said that, still a tasty treat. The dogs love them. They keep coming in, pinching them. Right, we'll move into the greenhouse. I'll just quickly show you. This is some beautiful cauliflowers. They've been fantastic, really big. They're well covered. The centres seem to curl around on these newer varieties. I can't remember the name of this one, but I've checked in. I got this from Medwin, and I've checked his catalogue. It's not in for this year, so it was a very good one. I think it was something like Natura or something like that. But as you can see, the curds are well covered, but really big, solid, heavy curds, very heavy. Superb plants. I've been well pleased. The spring cabbage has been good. We've had lots out from over there. I've got some at the far end, kiloton. I see that's been disregarded from the catalogue, and it's a beauty. Very heavy, round, white centres in them. Really nice. I think there's one called Kilotor coming out to replace it. Never mind, let's have a look in the greenhouse. Right, we have a solution mixed up. There's a gallon of water in there. Teaspoon of Rovril, that's a little teaspoon. Teaspoon of Rovril, it's been mixed up. And that head will be placed in there until tomorrow, and I'll set that tomorrow morning. That's a head I set earlier in the week. It's the Cumbrian Sammy Cross. They were just small, but it was again a lovely parent plant. So I've set those, we'll see what happens. And what have we got in here? These are Cumbrian. This is Alan Stokoe's. Again, looking nice, and a few Betty at the back. Not big, but very nice. Nice fine grass. I've been in this morning, and I've removed the remainder of the Hawkesbury Wonder French beans. It's a savvy climbing bean, and they were all really nice pods, good long pods, and I've removed the seed out for next year. So we'll look forward to that. Right, I'm going to move up into the top greenhouse, and we'll just have an update of what's going on up there. Thank you. Right, we're in the back polytunnel now, and I'm just going to show you a few onions. These were grown in these pots. This is my own onion which I seed. It's a lovely quality onion. It does grow big as well, and this is a Peter Glazebrook grown in the pot, and I'm going to seed those three together. At the moment they're bone dry, they haven't been watered for a couple of months now, but I will start watering and set them away. I'm not looking to set onions away to seed just yet, but in the next week or two I will be. These are some onions which were growing out in the open beds. as you can see. Just exactly, you can see the state of play at the moment with them, and I'll show you what I do to put the onions back to seed. If you remember, I started putting blanched leeks and pot leeks back to seed. This is what we did. We cut the bottoms off, cut the tops off, stripped them down, wrote the variety on, also put a label in, and they're going back to seed. You can see they're starting. When I did mention before, the reason I stripped them down, we only want that green core, which is the piece that will come out of the middle. These are all the virus free. These were cut off. These were all leeks around about 15.5, 16 inches around, stripped right down, cut off completely, and as you can see, all this is just to dye. It's to remove. The new core comes out the centre, and that's what we end up with. So these are all the virus free Cumbrian. You lose an odd one. There's one there gone off. No, it's actually a different breed because it's got a different colour label in. That was a new seedling. Again, that was from Dennis Nuttall. It was a GSN seedling. Well, it's from Peter Carey's hybrid cross, and this one took the parentage of the GSN, but it's a much softer foliage, so hopefully that'll make a good leaf for the future. Got some pendles and a few more late set. So that's the story. We'll go up into the top and we'll take a look at some onion seed that I set away roughly 2 to 3 weeks ago. Right, we're in the greenhouse now. This is a heated greenhouse from radiators under the bench, as you can see. But having said that, the heating is turned right down and it hasn't been on last night at all. So it only comes on if the temperature drops beneath 40 degrees. I have grow lights in here, and put the first little bank of lights on. These are Maxi Bright 660 Pro lights, Daylight Pro, and they are very good. I'm well pleased with these. The onions that we set on the 17th, which is almost 3 weeks ago, 2.5 to 3 weeks, they've come through very well. As you can see, they have been put on lights. I put them on last weekend. You can see they're slightly pulled in because it's in the dark. They're pulling in towards the light. Once today's daylight breaks, they'll straighten up again. But that's the state of play with them at the moment. They are ready to be pricked out, but I'm not desperate. These ones have been pricked out and they're just starting to stand up. Coming away very nicely. And if you remember, I had sown a little tester pack. I've pricked just a little few out of those 5, and they've come away very well. A few of Peter Carey's leeks. I was up during the week. Peter's got some nice blues up there, so collected those. Right, I have light on along here. This is the virus free. They're looking very nice. The virus free Cumbrian. A few early pendles. Some more of Peter Carey's that I collected from him. Some more virus free. This is a new variety which I had as a seedling from a GSN 2 years ago. I've named it the new Cumbrian because it was very, very much like a Cumbrian. Equal in quality, if not better than the Cumbrian, and a much better colour. It wasn't big, it was only 14.7 around as a seedling, but it didn't go long. It was a nice length, about 5.5 inches, and it's looking quite good. So this year I've more or less made my mind up. I'm going to grow virus free a Cumbrian. I'm going to grow this new Cumbrian, and then I'm going to grow 2 of Dennis Nuttall's, DN1 and DN2. That's the DN2, that's Dennis Nuttall 2, and DN1 we have here. They are new leeks, and that's what I'll be growing, so it'll be interesting to watch those as the season goes on. This is just a small T5 light. And again, it's lowered quite low to the plants. These were struggling a little bit because I did set these away, and they struggled to pull away, they struggled to make root. And then I realised I had run short of compost, and I used a bag which I had left from last year, and they just didn't perform properly. So they were repotted a week ago, only last weekend, and into fresh compost, and they've pulled away tremendous. They are growing well now, so it was definitely the compost. So just a little word, you do need fresh compost. They were sown a week ago. It's a little bit selected seed. They're just starting to germinate, as you can see. They're coming through nicely. they've been under the light, no heating but a little bit of light, and they're popping through nicely. So I'll follow that one through. Now I have some small onions which we've just sown. These are blanch leeks on this side. Alan Stoke will come last week with some seed, and we sowed 3 trays for him. I'll just show you. They're Alan's, so they've been in 7 days today, 1 week today. And I also sowed some of my own seed, again 7 days ago. I have put the heated bed on here, and I would expect that, well actually there's first signs just starting to pop through there. But I have had these covers on, just to keep the heat in. Now this is another batch of seed from my own, and these were sown on Monday, so these are only 6 days. And as you can see, there's a little weed in there, I think. No, that's some little seedlings just starting to pop through. So they're 6 days in, and as you can see, they are starting to come through. So that's also onion seed, doing quite well. As I say, today is just about a little update. Turn the camera around. Just about a little update, not much happening. I'm doing a little bit potting on. I haven't started on the trenches as yet, but when I do, I'll show what I'm doing on the trenches. And also when I put the onion seeds, the onion plants back to seed, probably in the next fortnight, I'll also show that. It was just a little update to let you know I'm still here and I'm still working. Thanks very much now. Bye bye.